What's going on, guys? How's it going? Welcome. So here we are on Wednesday, the lunchtime abbreviated. Oh, wait a second, it's dark outside. Wait, lunchtime is come and gone. Wait, what happened to the lunchtime streaming? Welcome to the wonderful world of freelance. So yeah, if I can pilfer the old what was it? Al Pacino in the old Godfather movie. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. So, long story short, I thought I had everything knocked out for the freelance work, and I was gonna celebrate with doing like a 1 o'clock full-on broadcast, full length, and then it's like, yeah, you're done. Go away. Oh no, wait, come back. We got notes from the client. Oh, okay, and then. Okay, you finished. Now go away. And that's why you kept seeing those if you looked at the screen where I was saying, it's going to be delayed till 3/5/8. Yeah, just a whole bunch of, yeah, you're totally done, man. Why are you still here? Go away, right? Go away. You're off the clock. Go away. And then it's like, oh, crap. No, we got something. Here, come back here. Fix this. Do this different. So that was a whole day of that, which is, totally exasperating. But behind me now. Or at least until the morning comes and I have to jump back in there. But, so, the daytime broadcast is now turned into nighttime broadcast, at least for today. But, all good here. How you guys doing today? So let's see, where do we leave off on Wednesday? Wednesday, I was in the process of a couple different things, but, excuse me. I guess one of the key things I was working on was setting up the ability of the AI to control the villagers better. And then while I was on my off time yesterday, at least my non-streaming time, I went in, like I said I was going to do, and just filled in the gaps. Because originally what I had was like the AI had his best and the AI had his worst management of the villagers, and now I've filled in the gaps in between. So now he has 4 different levels that will match the player hopefully pretty well in terms of just how he's going to play. So we got that covered, and if we look at my old to-do list, you'll see that it is no longer there. It is gone. I also fixed, I started to work on the one when I got sort of sidetracked and started working on giving a demonstration, an impromptu demonstration of how UV maps work, and then how to manually generate a seamless texture. I guess I did it on Wednesday. But that was fun, too. And it's kind of cool to keep me on my toes. Just sort of like say, yeah, explain how this works right now. And, yeah, I think I did for the most part. It wasn't really planned, so it may not have been the most clear-cut demo of all times. But yeah, when I left off, I was in the process of taking the old wizard character. And if you remember, the robe was purple, and I had just never gotten around to updating it. So I updated it. So now if we look in here, we will see, actually let me come back here to the icons because it's all the same. There you go. Now we'll see that the wizard is now all red robe now. So that's all fixed and set. Good to go. So yay, that's knocked out as well. That was a minor one, but it was just kind of tedious. So that's good. So what are we going to move on to next? I guess what I was going to look at, and I was just preparing for, is the idea of, so the AI now knows how to handle the villagers. What he doesn't know how to do is when he should or should not go for power up. Because right now, anytime a power up goes up, it just alerts the AI, and the AI is like, oh, power up, and starts shooting it, right? Which is brilliant unless you've destroyed the opponent and all that's left is his launcher, and then you're going after like a speed power up. Right? Wait, why? Why would you go after a speed power-up when you could just level your enemy, right? Take out his launcher and win. So, obviously, you see something like that happen, you go, oh yeah, that's a bot. Not only is that a bot, that's a stupid bot. So, I need to fix that. And that was be the next thing I was going to play with. So, let me move my high-tech to-do list, move that out of the way. And just as a quick review, and then once that's all plugged in, then I need to go ahead and make it so right now only the blue side is capable of running the AI, and I need to add a code for that to make it so it's the red as well. So that way it further hides Because right now, if you ever play an opponent and the opponent's red and you're blue, then you know you're playing a human right now. But once I get this thing set up and the AI can play as either red or blue, that will help disguise it better. And once again, hopefully you guys will never face that. Hopefully once the game gets out there and hopefully develops a user base, you will always be playing fellow humans. But in the off chance that you're playing AI, I want to try and make it as human-esque as possible. So that's that goal. Still need to fix the leaderboard because that's just foobarred. It just takes 40 seconds to load right now because it's loading all records. Need to address that still. This is something I'll probably do offline because it has to do with just setting up Android and trying to get that connection going. So that's kind of boring. And then I also want to do this, the update IP at startup. What I'm going to do is have it so it goes off dynamically every time the game starts and verifies the IP. So that way I can redirect, because initially I'm going to run the server, if I can get it working, here in my room, right? That's where the game server is going to run. Excuse me. And then if the game starts getting big and outgrows my little puny server that's going to be running it, then I need to switch it over without telling all you guys to re-download a new version. So, excuse me, sorry about that. So if I can tell it to go find the IP and update it dynamically, that means that every time the game starts up, it will make sure that you're moving off to the right server. So that should be all good there. And then, of course, the GDPR. Still got to do that, get it nice and compliant so Europe doesn't hate me. But that's it. So still some big tasks to take care of, but the list is definitely dwindling, and then I'll be off to make the gameplay trailer, right? Which will be fun, and I'll actually do that on here as well. I'm not sure how exciting it would be, but I'm not sure how exciting it is, just watching me pound away on poorly making code. So, I mean, to each their own, right? Alright, so let's jump back over into some actual code here. And so this is it. So every time a crate pops up, it informs the power-up available for blue, and it lets him know that he can do it. And the way it works right now is I throw in a random delay that helps trying to simulate like a human, right? So if a crate pops up, it doesn't instantly just turn to it. It sort of has this pause that ranges anywhere from 0 up to a second and a half, right? Before it kind of registers, ooh, there it is, and then starts trying to focus on it. And then right now, it just automatically goes for it. And as you can see, there's no, there's no misunderstanding. It just, whenever a crate goes, it goes for it. And that's what we need to fix. So what I can do here is start thinking about the best approaches. And, oh, by the way, another thing I did update too, and this was predominantly based off of some feedback I got from our friend Hawk, who is talking about he thought the sleeping power-up was kind of overpowered, right, at 15 seconds. And I thought about it, and in the end, I think he's right, and even more so, I did some further adjustments because I think that the green arrow speed-up is too short, right? Because, you can go to great effort to double the speed of your guys. If it takes you a few shots to do it, then you've kind of wasted that power-up anyways. So what I've done is, now the green arrow will go for 20 seconds, the fog bank still goes for 15, and the knockout will go for 10, right? So you knock out your enemies for 10 seconds, and it's still a solid power, because especially like if at the end of the game, and you guys are like not neck and neck, and that stop sign pops up, whoever hits it, man, is pretty likely gonna win that game, right? So it can still be a pivotal thing, but it just won't be one of those things that if you're in the middle of a match and someone hits it and it just makes the other guy just sit there endlessly. So I appreciate you, Hawk, for that suggestion. I think that was a good idea to balance that. So what I need to do is to try and decide when AI should go for it and when he shouldn't. I think the key thing would be, it's like, depending on what the power-up is. And, let's see. You know what? I guess I'm not even telling it yet what the power-up is. Let me see. Go to implementation. Let me see where I have that stored. Let's see. Player level. Okay, that's fine. I do it this way. Wait for next. Power up. Here he goes. Okay, we do that. Current power up. That's the one I was looking for. Hey, Monotone X. Find all references, Shift F12. Yeah, yeah, someone else was mentioning that too. But I know it's right here, like nearby, so it's just faster to go that route. But yeah. Yep. Thank you for that. Thanks, man. Dude, that was such a great suggestion that, tell you what, man. You know, I don't know what you're doing this weekend, but you got to come out to the Global Game Jam and like partner up with me. You know, what do you say? You know, we'll make a team and then we'll just like go nuts. You know, we'll do something fun with the old Leap Motion. What do you say, man? But then you're gonna have to like figure out the GitHub stuff, right? You can throw that together. Let's do it. Hey, wow! It's not like that was planned or anything beforehand. Yep. Yeah, we already talked about that. He's gonna be, I'll buy a ticket out. Yeah, wait, I was gonna say, okay, I'm totally ignorant of this. Does UNLV actually have dorms, or is it off-campus housing? I honestly don't know the answer to that. My school was a city school, so we had off-campus housing completely. There were no dorms for our school. Both, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, not too many dorms. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, worst comes to worst, you just go sleep in a casino, right? I'm sure they don't mind if you just like sit in front of a slot machine and you know catch a few winks. Almost only for freshmen. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so they invite you in, they get you comfortable for the first year, and then they go, "Hey, buddy, yeah, not that we don't want you, but yeah, get out, go somewhere else." Oh, that's funny. All right, so I guess we could start with this. Let's see. And this is red, powered for blue. Okay, so current. Let's see, it's health. Red building health. This red building health is less than 2. That means we're shooting the wait, why is it not happy with that? Can we apply an operand of type int or int? Really? But it is. Oh. Okay, no. Red total. Huh. What is it? I thought it was building health. It's not. Okay, it's not building health. That's the problem making variables 3 years ago, is you tend to forget what they were. Hit it this way. Cannonball hit. All right. Building name. Island. Side item. Blue Island. Gun tower doesn't matter. Building 1. Oh, you know what? I could do it off the gun tower. That'll let me know. Let me come back up to gun tower. All right. All right. Huh, I don't have it in. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, because that's just the one. That's not going to help. Whole team. Or destroyed. Blue being hit. Let's go. Definition. Blue being health, that guy. Alright, so where's my total number? The number... Oh, come on. How can I not remember this? It's been too long since I've touched this code. Remaining building... no, that's not it. Wow, maybe I don't even have it stored. Maybe I have to calculate it on the fly. I guess that's what I'm doing here. Huh. That's why I can't find the variable, because I never actually established one. That's fascinating. Alright, I guess 3 years ago that made sense, but I'm not going to change it now. I'm way too far along to make that a better system. Yeah, okay, so I was looking for a variable that never existed. So I guess we'll just run it right here. Okay. So is less than 2. Then we're just gonna say forget it, leave it alone. You know what? I do it this way. I say switch. Pull target crate equals false. Alright. Now we check for the remaining buildings. We got that. And now we'll do a switch. And that'll give us an opportunity to break down when we go after them or not. Let's see. We go switch. Remaining buildings. If it's equal to 1, then we're going to do nothing. Because if there's only one building left, that means that it says launcher, and there's no reason to go after a power-up. Is there any reason to ever go over a power-up? Sleeping... No, I say just if you're targeting the launcher, then you would never want to go after a power-up. That just seems stupid. Ignore crate. Alright. And then I can tweak this also depending on the skill set, but I'm just going to do one right now that's just so I can get at least a baseline value, and then I'll treat this like the best player and then kind of knock it down to align with a more inexperienced player. Alright, so 2 buildings. We'll say if current power up is equal to, who do I care about? Fog. Yeah. Let me double check that that is what that is. I think it's... Yeah, fog, sleep, and speed up. Alright, just make sure I have my number straight. And speed up. Okay. Those are my three power-ups there. Okay, so... if it's fog... I guess I do as a switch. I guess it'd be cleaner. Case 0. Fog. Yeah, that's gonna be just a little bit better. A little more legible. Alright, so we have 0, 1, 2. So that's sleep and speed up. Okay, so let's see. Sleep he may go for. Target crate equals true. All right. So, yeah, if you're down to 2, let me think. If you're down to 2, I guess it depends on the player. But if you're down to 2 and you're gonna sleep, because you don't want to get tagged, so I'm gonna say 75% of the time. Let's see. We'll say float AI. Let's see. Target decision is equal to random range. I want to say 0 to 100. Drop that. Make it a float just because. Okay. No. If target decision is less than, what, 80% of the time? Then it'll go after the crate. Okay. Yeah, it's just a number to jump off with. So what I'm saying is that, and this is the best player, right? I'm saying that if he's down to 2 buildings, 80% of the time he'll still try and go after the sleeping power-up, right, to knock out the opponent. 20% of the time he'll just say, forget it, I'm just going to keep firing. And the nice thing about that is it's not a guaranteed every time, right? So it's one of those things I'm trying to avoid, is that I'm trying to avoid absolutes, right? Because if it always behaves in one way, then boom, you know you're playing a bot. So just by putting in enough of a variance there, you know, then that should be good enough. And even this one, the fog, let's see. Let's see, if we're, I don't know, if we're going after side items, so I could even see going after the sleeping one if your current target, alright, here's my thought process. If you're down to just our launcher, but you're not targeting the launcher, right, you're going after the side items, if you got enough time to go after the side items, then you got enough time to go after the sleeping crate, and maybe even the fog. All right, we'll start with this. Current red target equals 0. Let me make sure that's actually, I think it's 0 for the gun tower. Set it to gun tower. Yeah, that is correct. 0 is gun tower. So if it's not equal to gun tower, then he's sort of like distracted. He's going after the side stuff, right? And if he's got time to go after the side items, right, the corn, the wheat, the sheep, and the hay, then he's got enough time to actually go after a power-up, especially a sleep power-up, because, you know, if you're trying to gain bonus coins by picking off secondary items, the last thing you want to do is give him an opportunity to skunk you with a sleep power-up. So he'll definitely go after that. Fog, yeah, maybe. Let's see. That one I think could be determined by how many you have left, so we'll do it this way. If, no, you know what, I'm just going to leave that as is right now. I think I'll just leave that as is, and I'll come back if it feels like it's not playing that well. So this one's going to be a bit of trial and error, I think, to test out the AI. And then if it's 1, then 80% of the time. Else. Aria JP, Aria, what's up, man? Hadn't seen you in a while. How's it going? Are you playing hooky from work again? How you doing, man? Just kind of plugging away here, trying to whittle the list down and get this stupid thing out the door. How's it going in your part of the world? I'm working. I like that. Well, my working wreaked havoc on my daytime broadcast today, unfortunately. I kept thinking I was done, you know, and then I kept getting notes going, no, come back, fix this. No, we have to do this different, right? So I kept like trying to push the broadcast later and later, and finally it ended up going to 8 o'clock. So here we are. But the good news is I think things are wrapping up, at least for this week. I'm hoping that it won't interfere with Global Game Jam, which I don't think it will. I have a whole nother episode to work on for the show, but I don't think that's even ready. I don't think that's set up yet. So I should be able to get done this week, do the Global Game Jam, and then come back next week and go right back to the same crazy schedule. When do you plan on shipping? Great question. I think, didn't you ask that last time? This is my remaining list of the crud I need to do before I'm ready to consider it shippable, right? So I'm going to finish this list, and I'm working right now on this, right? I'm teaching the AI when it should and should not go for crates, right? And then I need to make it so the AI can play as either the red or the blue player. Right now, it can only play as the blue player. Then I'm going to fix up the leaderboard because it's a little foobarred right now. The loading is busted on it. And then I got to set up the ability to register a guest account and connect it to a Google Play or Game Center. Update the IP so the IP can be dynamic. So if I ever have to repoint to a different server, you guys don't have to download a new game. It's just going to automatically update itself and point to the new server. And then, although I guess I could do that later. Well, I'll think on that. I'm probably going to do that. And then I have to make it compliant with GDPR, of course. So I'll make them happy. But once that's done, I'm going to ship out European Union. Yeah. Well, you know, at least I don't have to like submit it to some board or anything yet, you know. But yeah, so once that's done, then I'm going to throw it out there, let you guys do the final test, look for any issues. And so far, it's been good. So far, you guys haven't been able to find too much broken. And that is, except for the stuff you guys found before in this version, once I send it out there. You know, I guess I should ship this out. If I'm not going to mess with that IP, I might have to do that. I really should do that. I want to give you guys an updated version and then let you guys keep playing with it. And then I'm going to start work on the gameplay trailer. And I'm not sure. It depends on how much time I can devote to it, how much freelance work I have, right, of the animation work. And, you know, that'll kind of determine how long the gameplay trailer will take to finish up. But, excuse me, once the gameplay trailer is done, right, and locked, and if I know there's no more bugs that I know of, you know, then I cross my fingers, you know, and just, you know, give it the classic, here goes nothing, right? One of those things. Protecting consumers and all those damn socialists. Wow. Yeah, well, you know, I'm coming to you live from Sin City, you know, the capital of libertarian, the libertarian lifestyle here in Las Vegas. You know, yeah, you want to lose your money? Go lose your money. Go have fun. Of course, I like it because, you know, all those tourists are paying my taxes, so I'm pretty okay with it. Consumer protection is one of the things I miss most from living in the EU. That's an ironic twist. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. It is, of course, a good thing. You know, it's some of the stuff can be a challenge for, you know, indies, you know, especially one-man wonder teams kind of thing, to make sure that they're always compliant with. You know, I mean, like here in America, Copa, right? For like 5 minutes, Copa was like everything, man. You know, if you don't make a COPA, you're gonna get like $50,000 charge or penalty for every kid that plays your game and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, when it first got announced, man, that was gonna sound like a nightmare. It sounded like everyone's gonna get nailed. COPA, Copacabana. No, COPA it's children online parental permission something. It's just to make sure that kids aren't playing. They aren't giving away information that they shouldn't, and that the parents are aware of it. So it's anytime a game is specifically targeted, and see, this is what gets kind of nebulous, right? It's if you like pina coladas. Yeah. But yeah, so if you're specifically targeting 13-year-old kids and younger, you have to make it truly COPA compliant, which means that you have to get parental permission to ask for anything, right? And you can't store any of the stuff. Yeah, there you go. Monsoon's helping me out there. I just looked it up myself. But the initial idea of it was great, but it gets a little more nebulous because when you submit a game to Google or iOS, the first thing it asks you is, are you targeting 13-year-olds or younger? And you go, no. But I mean, what happens, if you make a game that you truly don't intend, like my game, I intend for a wide audience, right? And the cartoon violence, I think, automatically kind of pushes it above that realm of danger. But, if it finds a super young audience, you're still vulnerable to the government coming back and saying that, oh, you know what, you were targeting kids, and now we're going to go ahead and nail you, right? Oh yeah, I remember that from the old PHP forums, yeah. So, I mean, it's a little spooky, but thankfully I've never had a game that's successful enough that I've had to even consider that kind of stuff, and most of my games are so, immature that I've never had to worry about, a 13 or younger target audience anyways. So to be compliant just makes it more brutal. Gotcha. Yeah. And, it's, it just, I mean, I've never heard of an indie ever getting targeted, but there was one. You guys could probably look it up and find it better, faster than I could, but there was a game that was specifically geared towards a younger audience, right? And it was, the big no-no is storing personal information, right? And that's one of the things I do not do at all, right? The only thing I ever do is I register with your Google Play or your Game Center, but even that, all I'm doing is just associating it with the account. I'm not really pulling any information from those accounts, right? So, I mean, I'm storing nothing in terms of personal information. No emails, no passwords, none of that stuff. So hopefully that keeps me safe. But then you also have to worry about the ad networks too. That's the worst thing, is the fact that you can have an ad network that goes and retrieves data, and you thought that they were being compliant, but they're not. And once again, ad networks, they'll ask you specifically, are you targeting 13-year-olds or younger? And if you say yes, then that dramatically changes their approach on how they display ads. And to be honest, because they cannot track information, they'll pay less, right? So ironically, if you go after a younger audience, by default, you're going to make, on average, less money per user, because they can't store all that vital information that tracks the users and finds out the best ads to send to them. So, yeah, stuff like that, and taxes and all these things scare me away from making apps. Plus, I'm lazy. There might be a little imbalance there, but yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things that, if you make a decent effort to sort of make the game, obviously, I mean, the fact that I have cartoon violence, right? I got characters that are getting blown up, and hit with shots. That's not something that's, I mean, if they come back and they try and tell me that, oh, you aimed this at 13-year-old kids, it's like, dude, buildings blow up. People get hit with shots. That's not a target 13 audience kind of game, right? So, I mean, I beg to differ, right? So, I mean, hopefully I don't get in this situation, but, and, I mean, I'm sure they can try and make the argument saying, well, but your graphics are cartoony or something, so it appeals to them. It's like, but that's, that still doesn't make sense, right? That's not a valid argument in my book. So, anyways, that's my situation. So, just having enough of the cartoon violence, and just making it not you know, all cute and like, you know, Teletubby kind of level of cuteness. You know, I mean, look here. I mean, look at my characters. You know, these are tough guys, right? Come on, they're not cute and cuddly. You know, there's not a single Teletubby in there anywhere. So, anyways, off that bandwagon. So that's it. GDPR, and then by default is COPPA. I think it's COPPA compliant. COPPA compliant. You're great. Now I got that stuck in my head for the rest of the night. Thank you so much. Okay. So we're working on this. Let's see. All right. So current target is 0. If we're not shooting the launcher, then we can do that. So I'm going to do the same down here as well. Let's see. Many buildings. If we got 1. You know what? If we got 1, I'm going to take that back. We're just down to our launcher, so I'm trying to think if I'd even ever want to do that. No, I guess I'll leave that. If I'm shooting the current red target, then that implies that the opponent is nowhere near destroying all of the AI's buildings. So, yeah, the only time the AI is going to shoot like side items is if he feels like he has some breathing room, right? Because if it starts getting close, he'll turn and start shooting the launcher. So actually, that's pretty good code. I'll keep that going. He has 2 left. Let's see. Target decision. Target crate. I'll grab this again. Those are a lot of nested ifs. Really? I got switches in here, right? I got this like right here, but oh, I gotta change that anyways. So okay, fine. I'll do it this way. If that and target decision. No, because that's gonna be automatic. So no, so actually switches are glorified ifs. No, wait a second. I thought I read somewhere in the National Enquirer that they said switches perform faster than if-then-else statements. I mean, come on, the National Enquirer wouldn't lie to me, would it? No, seriously, I thought switches are supposed to be so much faster in terms of processing. Or is that not the case? Well, I'm sure some math wizard or some programming wizard could like whip all this up in just a single calculated line, but that stuff's beyond me. So I'm gonna go with that. Well, if that was hurting your head, man, you ought to see what I did with the the villager processing. That one's even worse. That would really break your brain. All right, so let's see. If we're a target, if we're not shooting that, what value does target crate have if target decision is greater than 80? Then it defaults, because what that's saying is we're never so by default we're not going after the power up crate, right? So if it's less than 80, then go after the target crate. If it's 20% of the time, it's going to ignore the sleep power up. So the point is here is he's down to just shooting the opponent's launcher, right? But if he's not shooting the launcher yet, if he's shooting the secondary items, right, then 80% of the time he'll take the time to try and knock hit the sleep power up. 20% of the time he'll just say, screw the sleep power up, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Does that make sense? Zorschmeister, hey, welcome, man. Not entirely. I switched probably more of a lookup table to pointers. Oh, okay. Default is false. Right. Exactly. Bingo. So yeah, this is only get triggered to true if it thinks it's worthwhile to go after the crate. How's it going, man? Welcome. How you doing, man? So, yeah, I don't know if you've seen the game before. If you want, I'll give you a quick rundown of the gist of the game. Otherwise, I'll just keep plugging away here. I'm trying to teach the AI when it should try and target power-ups. Doing all right yourself? Good, man. Long day. I had a bunch of freelance work that I had to plow through, which kind of messed up my schedule, but good now. Probably going to get tired here pretty soon, but yeah, it's only 8:40 my time, so yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Sorry about that. So you've seen the game before. What you haven't seen probably is my to-do list, which is just down to these few items. So I'm getting stoked the fact that I'm like gradually reaching that finish line where I'm going to be ready to just say, okay, go. Kick it out there for real. Let the world play it. Or at least an incredibly infinitesimally small piece of the world. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to push this up. So, yeah, I want to grab this. All right. So then if we're not shooting the launcher, that means that we have breathing room, right? That means that the player is still far behind, so we can consider going after the sleeping crate even more. So I'm going to bump this to like 85% of the time. He's going to go after the sleeping crate. So I'll do it that way. That's cool. All right, and then I'm going through all this with, this is all based on how many buildings the AI has left. So his decision process will be based on combination of which power-up is available and how many buildings he has left, and then eventually he'll look at the opponent's buildings as well. 99 to-do items on the list. Strike one out. Yeah, that is true. I've had a couple that have popped up, right? It's kind of like, so it has been this like the fluctuating, right? It's like, okay, I'm down to 4 items. Hey, today I'm down to 6 items. Wait, what? Yeah, it does go that way. All right, so if we got 3 now, okay, so he has 2 buildings left. He's going to ignore a fog power-up, and he's going to ignore a speed-up power-up. So if he has 3 buildings left, then he's going to get more interested, at least in the fog. The speed-up, yeah, maybe. It'd be that way sometimes. For me, more times than I care to admit. All right. So, let's see. That was 85% of the time he's going to go after the crate. And then I'm going to bump this to 90% of the time. Yeah, actually 95. I'm going to just pump that up to 95. So if he has 3 buildings left, then he's much more vulnerable. Wait, if it's 3, he'd never be hitting that anyways. Oh, God, what am I thinking? Current target is, yeah. So let me change this. I'm saying if he's not shooting the launcher, but, oh no, but actually this is his buildings, so it could be that way. So I do need to leave that in. So if he has 3 buildings left, excuse me, and then let's see, we are not going after the launcher. Then let's say 95% of the time, we're gonna try and grab that crate. Okay, so we also need to think about this. So he has 3 buildings left, which means that he has a lot more gameplay left, right? If he still has 3 buildings standing, then the game's not even close to being over yet. So now he needs to start considering going after the fog and the speed up. So the fog, we'll say target decision. And then target decision is just a 1 to 100 value. And it just gives me a way to randomize. A simple way to randomize. So if target decision, we'll say 80% of the time. It's just arbitrary. And I'll have to do some play balancing here, but that's a good start. So he has 3 buildings left. True. You know what? Actually, I guess I could do this too. So if he has 2 buildings left, what I'll do is I'll say like is less than 10%. So 10% of the time, when he has 2 buildings left, he'll actually consider going after a fog bank. And this is a good player, so I don't see him wasting his time going after a speed up. If he's playing well and he's only got 2 opponent buildings left. Oh, that's his though. Yeah, I'm still gonna leave that. Yeah, if he's got 2 buildings left, he's not going to bother to speed up. He's just going to worry about shooting his opponent more. But for sleep, he'll definitely want to go for that. Because, I mean, if he's down to 2 buildings, and if the opponent hits a sleep power-up, that could pretty much spell doom for him. By the time his guys wake up again, the game could be over. So he needs to be much more concerned about going after a sleep power-up if he has 2 buildings left. Fog, he can go after 10% of the time if he's feeling a little brave. And then speed up, he's still going to ignore that. Okay, so 3. I said that was 10. So, he has 3 buildings left. So I'm going to say, like, yeah. I'm going to say 80% of the time, he's still going to go for fog. And then speed up. What do you say? We put this up to, before it was nothing. But this time we'll go, like, 50% of the time. So half and half. Right? If he's down to 3 buildings, he may want to score a speed up power up. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so that's 3. I'm just trying to translate this in kind of how I would play the game. Although, I don't know, I get kind of like forgetful, where I just sort of like not even pay attention to the fact that there's a power-up available, which does bite me sometimes. Alright, I didn't grab everyone. Let me try that again. Alright, so that is 3 buildings intact. Why is that shifted over? Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so now we're saying the AI has 4 buildings, and then now we got to decide what happens when power-ups pop up. Fog, we'll say 85% of the time. Yeah, I still gonna leave it at 80. I think that's pretty good. You know, 20% of the time he'll ignore it. Depending on, I guess I could come back and refine this and also base it on how many buildings that the player has knocked out. Because it's one of the things, if I've like fallen behind, then it could be a good idea. But I think just for the time being, I'll leave that as is. Let's see. If the current red target is not 0, then yeah, leave that. Alright, so then at a certain point, I guess I should look. No, I guess for sleep power up, I'm going to pretty much leave it 100% of the time usually, right? I mean, unless he's like in cleanup phase, right, where he's way ahead, then he can ignore it part of the time. But usually if a sleep power up comes up, you really don't want to ignore that ever. So I may leave that the same all the way down the line. Let's see, I did that 50. The speed up, I'll push up to 60. Gotta get back to coding too. Have a nice day. Alright, Arya, man, thanks for coming by again. Good to see you again. Alright, buddy. Have fun at the working. Alright, buddy, take care. Alright. Yeah. This is me and my quasi-fake coding. So yeah, the ultimate goal, to have a game successful enough that I can get proper programmers to do this correctly. Not there yet. Not quite there yet. Maybe someday. Okay. So, I'll make like a tree. Hey, McFly. Jesus, Dad, it was a wonder I was even born. Yeah, Daddy-o. There you go, man. There's the McFly for the day. There you go. Had to do it. Yeah, Daddy-o. Yep. So many great lines. So many great lines. Oh, yeah. Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming by, man. Have a good day. 5. You know, I'm just going to come down here on this full line here. Say 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, and if he's got all 10 buildings, so that could be interesting too. So at this point, if he has 10, he has everything completely intact. And then he could be more cavalier now in ignoring some of these things. So in that case, what I'll do is fog, I'll say, if he's got 10, I'm going to just say 50% of the time. Sleep, if he's not going after that, I'm going to say 70% of the time, go for it. And then, you know, I may just do it this way. This one I may be just totally crazy on this. Alright. Mark this out for a second, in case I change my mind. So what I'm saying here, excuse me, if the AI has all his buildings intact, right? He's got nothing damaged, right? Then he can be a lot more cavalier, and rather than trying to hit the power-up, he can just focus on hitting more buildings. So I'm saying 70% of the time, you know, I might even drop that to 60. 60% of the time, he'll do it. So 60% of the time, he'll actually go after the power-up. 40% of the time, he'll just say, forget it, I'll let the other guy hit it eventually, right? But hopefully I'll be hitting so many buildings that I'm going to have a big advantage anyways, right? So, and then just, once again, to try and mix up the play so it doesn't feel always like a human, right? And there's a bit of randomness to it, you know. But by and large, he's still, at least a slight majority of the time, he'll go after the sleep power-up. Speed up, I'm going to say less. I'm going to say, like, 25. I'm going to say quarter of the time, speed up, at least when he's starting the match. And if he has 10 buildings active, he can just, like, ignore the speed up altogether. It's not worth the time trying to hit it, you know, even though it gives you a speed boost. You know, it's like, hey, let the opponent go after it. By the time he gets it, I'm going to, like, wipe out his whole island anyways. So, I think that'd be a good mix there. So then I need to, like, strike a balance between all this stuff. So this 25, 2, 3, 4. So 25 down to 60. So 60, 2, 3, 4, down to 25. So let me think about that for a second. So if I go 55, 50, 45, 40. Let's see. 60 there, and we'll drop them down to, let's say, 50. What did we have before? It was 60 before. 60. 50, 40, 30, 25. Whoa, keyboard went to sleep there for a second. 25, and then, oh wow, we're still down there. Okay, so 20. Actually, I'll drop that to 20% of the time. So this is the speed up, power up, right? So in the beginning of the game, he's going to be more interested in just ignoring the speed ups. If he's got a lot of buildings healthy, it's not worth his time or effort. 20, 25, that's kind of the way I play. 25, 30. Ups up to 35, 40. 50, 60, then it goes back down to 40. Okay, less than 50. Yep. Okay, so that'll do it for that. And then let's see, fog. Do the same thing. he's not going to be as nuts with this. So I'm going to start off like, how about 35% of the time? 33. So a third of the time, he'll go after the fog, even if he has all the buildings powered up. So that means 2/3 of the time, he's going to ignore fog, right, and just keep wailing away on the opponent. So that seems pretty reasonable. And then we call him all the way up here to 4. We're at 80. Down to 33. So we have 80 down to 33. So we made that 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Okay. 4, 80. Yeah, I might leave that at 80 and just start marching it down. 70, 60. Excuse me, 50. 40, 33. I'll just drop it to 30. Okay. Let's see. We're not targeting that then. That's pretty high, but I think, okay, and I'll drop that to 80. Punch this back up to 90. 95. There he goes. Alright. So, that is my first attempt in trying to give a better balance on when he should and shouldn't go for crates. I mean, I could leave it just as a always shoot for it unless he's out of buildings, but I think getting it more nuanced just makes it, you know, I mean, because human players are not always going to go after all crates all the time. So, make sure we got no errors. We're good. Alright, so I guess we should test this out. Let's see how it plays. This may take a chunk of testing. The villagers, I think, were a little easier to pick up on to see if it was more balanced, but this one may take a little more trial and error. Okay. Let's see if he starts going for it here. Oh, he's going for it. Okay. And he gets it. Look at that in the first shot, too. You jerk. That's right. I still know where his buildings are, kind of. There he goes. Do one more shot here. No, I missed. Alright, I'll wait for the fog. Okay, there he goes. Oh. Overshot. Look at that. He's doing some damage to me, isn't he? Wow. Okay. I'm definitely going to go for that one. Oh, he is too. Too late, buddy. Yeah, so this situation, he's down to 2 buildings, so he would definitely want to make a play for it. So now I've done that, so now I can start going after the secondary items. Oops. Crap. Like this. And of course, if you're playing a game online, you definitely want to go after the secondary items because that's where you make all your coins. Now let's see. Oh, wow. Crap. Wow, that caught me off guard. I didn't think he would plow through my buildings that fast. I'm glad I added that little red flashing thing because that is, I mean, it's hard to keep track of your own buildings sometimes. And yeah, getting that the equivalent of the red flashing siren, I think is a good reminder to go, hey, doofus, you probably want to aim at the launcher like now. The AI went for the box instead of the kill. Yeah, it may be a situation where it hadn't updated yet. I may have to throw in some debug logs to see if that's the case. It may have been a situation where it was still processing and it hadn't retargeted yet. Otherwise, it should have. Honestly, it should have. So, let's see. Oh, crap. You know what? Actually, I don't even have this kicked in, do I? So, it's still behaving like it should. So, if if target crate, then actually do it. So yeah, that was definitely the case where it just hadn't realized that it hadn't updated it, I think. Or no, actually no, I take it back. I hadn't added this. Yeah, I had not added this yet, so it didn't know to ignore it. My fault. So I'm doing this whole test. I'm saying by default, target crate way up here. That's a lot of crap. Target crate equals false, right? And that's great, except for the fact that I didn't implement it, right? I do this check, decide yes or no, but then I ignored it. So now, if target crate is true, then target the crate. So that is the case. So it targeted incorrectly because my code didn't tell it not to. So let's try that again. Idiot. I did all those checks, all those little balancings, and then I forgot to tell it to actually process it once it has it. All right, let's take another stab at this here. Let's go. Good detective work. Yes, yes. I am truly Sherlock Holmes-ish. Otherwise known as Captain Obvious. Oh, come on. I cannot suck that bad. Hit the stupid thing, would you, buddy? All right. Yeah, he's going after that one. Look at that. Hits on the first try again. You can miss too, you know. Stupid computer. Oh, and I'm just overshooting everything. Yeah, I was getting some feedback talking about how the fact that once you play the game, you know, long term. Oh, look at that. He's sending out some villagers. That's cool. When you play the game long term, you sort of like know where all the buildings are, right? And it's kind of funny that I've been playing this game for forever and I still miss from time to time. Look at that. Oh, he gets it. Okay, you got it, buddy. And he brings everyone back to hurry up and fire. You missed. You still missed. You're sucking. Yeah, you got that one. All right. Let's see if it... Come on, power up. Hurry. Before he destroys my island. There it goes. I would say, now, will he go for it or will he just ignore it? Oh, he's going to go for it. Look at that. Yeah, too bad. Okay, I guess what I should do then is do it. Targeting crate. And then, let's see. Let's do it this way. Say, AI's building count. What did I say that was? Remaining buildings? I think that's what I called it. Yeah, remaining buildings. And then target crate. There. Alright, so I won't go full screen this time. I'll just do it like this so I can check my code here. Alright, see if we can get that a little bigger. Okay.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
There we go. Oh wait, where did it? Okay, yeah, that's nothing. Going after, oh, interesting. Going after crate, false. Oh, and then it finally did go after it. So I may have to do, I think what happens is I keep resubmitting it, that the crate is available. So I may have to adjust that. Because if it keeps getting sent repeatedly, it may just trigger it eventually anyways. Wow. Stupid bot is destroying me. Alright, so he should change targets. Look at that. Yeah, now he's trying to hit me, but he can't see me in the fog. There. So that one actually made sense. Because I think because he still had, let's see if I can check this. Targeting crate. Yeah, so there it was, targeting crate false. So at that point he changed his mind and just started going straight after me. So that is the correct thing for him. So he did perform correctly that time. Alright, I think I'll have to just do a couple run-throughs here, just to make sure I get a good sense of this. Tell you what, I'll do this. There. Make it stick out just a little bit more. Raise this up, couldn't I? Make the screen just a little bit bigger. Yeah, so it's a challenge to play the game so I don't get totally skunked by the AI. Where am I at? Oh yeah, so this is why I was kind of going, God, the AI is playing pretty well. It's because I bumped my skill level up to 45. So the AI is playing a masterful game for that very reason. So that's comforting, because I was thinking he was awfully accurate, and he should be at this point. If you're level 45, yeah, you've been playing a ton of games. So, but that's good. And I'll probably have to split up my crate selection based on skill set as well. So I'll need to divvy this up, but at least for right now, I can consider this the best player right now, and he's saying he's not targeting the crate. He's still not targeting the crate, and neither am I. We're just totally ignoring it. And now he's going to go after it. That's cool. Actually, I like that. That's good. Because I could see that where you're kind of like initially saying, forget the crate, right? But then eventually maybe you change your mind and start going after it. So I think that's kind of cool. And I'm just owning him this time. What you say, buddy? And he's bringing everybody back. Really? Shouldn't you be sending... That's interesting. Why is he not sending out... Villager selection. Huh. Oh, because I got 2 buildings left. So he's getting like more Cavalier, just desperately trying to play catch up, but he can't hit the broadside of a barn right now. Dude, why are you missing? Uh-oh. That's not good. He's in a loop. Look at that. Oh, AI, you're killing me. Look at that. Ah, man. All right, let me pause this for a second, go back up and see. Yeah, I think I knocked out all the remark codes on him shooting, so I don't know if I'm going to get any help out of this anywhere. Building count? Yeah, no. Crap. Look at that. Oh, he changed. Okay. But can he hit that building now? Still no. Oh, now he does. Great. Oh, and the red flash went goofy there too. It might have been because I paused it. They got so lucky. Okay, so why would it miss that? Unless it's doing something. Alright, I'm going to have to add something where I check. the AI if he's going hit or miss. All right. Blue shot type. Ah. All right. So now I'll at least know specifically what this does is determines if it's going to shoot for a random or an intentional miss. Yeah, that would be bad. Oh, maybe because right fog active. Huh. Maybe, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe right fog active. Maybe I don't deactivate it. That could be interesting. That could explain it. But no, because it was identical every time. Like it was going after equals. No, I do switch that back. No, it was because it was the same spot every time. That seemed to imply like a hit shot, but a hit shot that was with the wrong values. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to duplicate this again anytime soon, but I wish it would, so I can track that. Yeah, that was not public anyway, so I wasn't going to find it. Alright, take another run at this and see if I can trigger that effect again. Alright, one down. Oh, come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. Even I've played this game a million times already. Look at that. He's... What are you doing, dude? What are you shooting at? What happened here? Wow. False. It's like it wasn't getting updated. Okay, that's fascinating. So, when it was getting these... Alright. So, it's doing the check on whether or not it wants to shoot the crate, but it's not actually updating the blue shot, the shot type. That's interesting. Okay. So then I must be breaking it in here somewhere. If we do target crate, then do that. Otherwise... Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm doing something where when the crate does pop up, then I'm stealing its target? What do you say that was? Shift F12? Nah. I'll just do it this way. Yeah. It's only at one spot. Alright. And then we're not shooting that. Good definition. Okay. The other thing I'm thinking of is maybe if... Try it this way. Because that's usually a lot more than it normally happens. So if we're not targeting crate, then I'm just going to tell it... else. There. That should make it happy. Okay. So that may be me. Because normally it always ended up firing off. Yeah, so it's always firing off a target active, so Amber launcher. And when I do that, do I actually reset the values? I do. In that case, what I would say is distance. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Gotta bounce. Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. All right, man. Take care, and I guess I'll be seeing you Friday. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you. All right, let me just take a stab at this. Maybe that alone is enough to make it happy. Nothing else. It should reset it. Thanks, man. You too. You have a good night as well. Take care, buddy. All right. The only thing I can think of is that it was. Even that doesn't make sense. All right, still random. And the bot is good. I may have to like adjust the skill level just so I can do some testing without him just completely destroying my island every time. There he goes. Oh, just overshot that. There he goes. Now we're talking. It's interesting. He brought everyone back? That's not right. Well, it worked. Well, that's right. I did set up so sometimes he would randomly bring everyone back and just, jam the torpedoes and try and finish you off. Got close. All right. Well, he didn't get stuck that time. So that little force go to aim might be doing the trick. The only thing I'm concerned about is that if it resets its attempts on trying to hit a building, that might make it go in like an endless loop. Okay, if you're going to shoot for it, I'll shoot for it. Oh, jerk. He hit it. But I got one shot left, so there he goes. So even though my guys are snoozing, I still got one shot left. All right. Oh, it only goes 10 seconds now, too. Wow. Forgot about that. It's interesting. It does change the dynamics a lot. Now that it's only 10 seconds, it's still a good boost, but not as much of a devastating hit as it was when it was 15. And it doesn't matter, buddy. I still just destroyed you. Really? You brought everyone back, and I still got 4 buildings left? Alright. Alright, something's wrong there. And he's completely ignoring that power up, which is good. I would, if I was in his situation. Alright, go after some of the sheep. Hurry. Oh, crap. Oof, that was close. Barely won that one. Alright, I'm going to have to take a look at that to figure out if he is correctly sending out guys or bringing them all back in. Okay. And we're at case 3. Total billings for AI. He's down to 1. Oh, I did do this backwards, didn't I? Okay, that's right. So, oh, okay, so 50% of the time. And then 98, oh, let's see. It's gonna bring everyone in, so that's not right. All 4 should come out. If he's down to 1, and so that's wrong. That should actually be, let's see, 0. We'll see. 10% of the time. He'll send out 1. 90% of the time, he'll send 2. 5. 10% of the time, and then say 50% of the time. Okay, so I do have to adjust this. So this is a situation where he's down to only his launcher, and if the player only has his launcher left, then he's going to bring everybody back. That's right. But I did this backwards. So if the player has 2 buildings left, then most of the time he'll send out, you know what? Let's see. He has 2 left. I'm going to say 70. Yeah, that's not right. 70% of the time, he'll send out. Oh, let's see. $90, $80, $70. So 70% of the time, he won't send any villagers out if the player has 2 buildings left. That's aggressive. That's too aggressive. 70, 80. Yeah, and then we'll say 5% of the time. Come on. Keyboard, come back to me. 5% of the time he'll send out everybody. $60. And then here, he's desperate, so 0, 5, 10, 50. And then 50% of the time, say, quarter of the time, he'll send out 2. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I gotta send that across the board now. Let's see. 5% because he's not the best player. 10, 20, 40% of the time. All right. Hey. Can you help me with my? I'm gonna start to ask. Also, hi. With your game, if it's Unity, yeah, and I can help absolutely. AGMJE? Not even sure what that is. Or is that just typo? Yeah. Yeah, hit me up, man. How's it going, by the way? Welcome. Ice Cube Networks. There it goes. My eyes are working now. It's Unity. Yeah. Hit me up, man. If I can help, I will do it. Caveat is that I am not a full-on coder. I'm more artist than coder, but if it's something that I understand, I'll be happy to help, man. So, yeah, give me some details. What you got? Hey! Thanks for the follow, man. Awesome. Wait. That was before I actually gave you the help, so hopefully I can help you. But, yeah, tell me what's going on, man. Okay, so that was previous one, so let me go like this so I can keep this going as my reference. Say 10% of the time he'll send out nobody because he just doesn't know what he's doing yet. 20, 30, 35. That seems about right. Trying to set up a database so people log in with plugin I get. Okay. Ooh. Alright, so you're trying to do an online database? I'm doing that, but I'm actually doing that with a plugin myself. I'm using a plugin called Kombu. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you a ton of help on this, just because, there you go, Kombu. This is what I'm using to manage my player data, right? Is this little $35 plugin, which is fantastic. So what that does for me is it sets it up where I can go online here. There you go. There. Didn't mean to bring that over. So, yeah, so this is my Kombu server, right? This is where I keep track of all my players, right? So I can go to my client users. So, for example, if I click on that one, there you go, and I can do a search. So, I think I'm player guest 1245. Let's see, so if I say I'm guest 1245, there it goes. So I say username. There he goes. Search. Right, and right now you see I have 11,955 coins. So I can go in, and you see it's green because I'm online currently, which is pretty cool. And then I can come over here, and then I can just tweak this. If I just drop that, I hit save, and then if I go into a game and then come back, so that it refreshes the data, you'll see that it's now 11,900, right? So it's nice. It's all web-based, right? You have easy access to all your stuff. It has all these great features. You can do news articles, newsletters, achievements, and leaderboards. That's what I'm using for mine as well. So the beauty of this is that it works cross-platform. It doesn't matter if you're doing iOS, Android, PC, or whatever you're doing. This will manage all the different accounts. Let's see. Do you have Discord? Okay. Are you asking if I have Discord? If so, then yeah, absolutely. Let's see. If you'd like to reach me on Discord, There you go. There's my Discord. I think that was your question. But let me know if I didn't get that right. So, yeah, so for me, if I was trying to set up my own user database online, I played with that originally, and I mean, I was doing PHP calls, and it just got to be such a nightmare. And this plugin I've been using for a while now, and it's absolutely fantastic. For player management, it's just great. So I'm not sure, let's see. Let's see, yeah. So this allows you to, you can either do plugins, and the nice thing about it too is you can also use it, let me show you this. If I log out, come back around, you can also have it connect to like Google Play, Game Center, and then so, you know, if you click on the Google Play, it comes up with the Google Play login, and then you can associate their account on Kombu with that Google Play account. And it's nice just because if they go to a different device, they can log in through Google Play, and then the account gets copied over, right? So it kind of follows with them. So that works for Google Play on Android, Game Center on iOS, you know, and then PC, I guess you could use Steam. And for Mac as well, I guess. So that's how I manage mine. It says reached max guild. On Discord? Wait, I'm not even sure what that means. Yes. Let's see. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I think that's I think that's aimed at you. As it says, the maximum amount of guilds a user account can join is 100. You can also leave one or register as an alternate account. So, wow, man, you're much more productive on Discord than I am. So it looks like you may have joined 100 different servers, and as a result, it's not letting you join 101. So that's interesting. Learn that new. That's completely new to me that Discord has a limit on that. Yeah. I won't ever increase. Huh. Yeah, so that's news to me, but yeah, unfortunately I think that's what happened there. Alright, so let's see, do I affect this one yet? Let's see. At that. Okay. And finally, last. East. You're in? Okay. Well, welcome. Welcome to the old Discord channel there. Yep. And like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions that I'm capable of answering, for sure. So, 0. Wow, really? That was kind of backwards. Say 20% of the time he does nothing. 40, 60, 85% of the time. I think that'll do it. That should be good. Alright, let's try this again. So what I'm playing at here is trying to teach the AI to play a better game in terms of managing. Be okay if talking voice chat. I have trouble spelling. Oh, okay. I wanted screen share. Oh, gotcha. Well, I don't have it. Let's see. Let's see. I don't even know how to do that. I've not even used voice chat on Discord yet, so I'd have to figure out how that actually works. I'd have to educate myself on that one. Let's see. Tell you what, can you hold off a little while? Because I don't know if myself, so don't worry. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a crash course on how to do a screen share, because I'm not even sure how to do that. Tell you what, if you can give me like another 15 minutes, I'll go ahead and shut down my stream a little bit early tonight, and maybe I can hit you up on Discord and we can talk on there. How's that sound? Oh crap. Alright. Oh, look at that. I'm trying to beat the AI so I can test if he's gonna manage the guys correctly, and I'm just not hitting anything. You want to share your sound? Yeah. Okay. I mean, but on Discord, right? You want to share that on Discord? Right. So I think. Actually, I'd have to adjust that. Oh, he knocked out my guys. Okay. 1 sec. Let me see if these... There he goes. Okay, now he sends out 3 guys. That's good. That's much better. Alright. Let me add you here. Pending. Okay. Alright, added you there. Oh, that's gonna be close. Oh, you almost got it. Alright. Okay, so I got you set up on Discord. No, to be honest, like I said, I've only used Discord for chat stuff, so I'm not even sure how to do that on my server. Say unmute. Allow. Try it that way. All right. All right. Hidden Nano. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. So I was just trying to hook up with the Ice Cube here. He was wanting to try and hit me up on Discord to do a broadcast, which I've never done before, so I'm not even sure how to do that with a live video. Let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a crash course on that, guys, to tell me how to do an actual video voice chat on Discord. Have not done that before at all. Let's see. We at 9:40. All right, screen sharing and video calls. Video and voice. When ready, have all to do is answer. I do the rest. Okay. Then fire it up, man. Let's see. Do it that way. I think I got this. Let me adjust this. What are you what are you two up to? He's trying to show me something on his, right? He's trying to get some help on doing some network stuff for his game, and he wants me to do a video chat and through Discord, which I haven't done before. So I'm just looking pretty foolish at the moment. All right. So, Ice Cube, are you gonna, when ready, yeah, so, if you throw it at me, I should be able to get the response, I think, right? Hey, there he goes. Join call. Alright, so we're voice connected now. There you go.
Yeah. All you have to do is, I can just share my screen. How are you, by the way?
Good, yourself?
I'm good, thank you. So I've been working. I have done a battle royale, but it's so difficult. I have tried a battle royale like Fortnite one, but it's so difficult to build the game. So I went to like an FPS, like shooter game.
Uh-huh.
And basically, what I'm using is I share my screen. What I'm using is what's it called? I'm using like an add-on. So this is a template. Then you can buy like add-ons. And
Okay.
This is a login system for this. But it does it all for you. So like if I go on that and add-ons, see it's right there, and you can integrate it with the game. But I need to connect it to a database and a website.
Gotcha.
So, where's it gone now?
Let's see. Is there any way to make that
There you
larger? I don't know how to...
go. Oh yeah. I open this. No, wrong one, sorry. Perhaps. I always there's so many folders I need to I need to clean it up really, because I just can't be bothered to sort everything out. But
Mhm.
it's kind of a mess right now, so sorry about that.
That's right. But, yeah, I'm just trying... Is there any way on Discord to make the screen physically larger?
Press on the corner, there's two arrows pointing, one up and one down. Hit that and you can, like this button over here, you can, make it, oh god, you can make it like
Oh, there it
bigger.
goes.
There you go. So, so this is what it needs. It needs a PHP path, secret key, and database. Unless, because I do use another one, but that one, it doesn't integrate with the game.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunately I'm not familiar with it. So it wants an active PHP.
Yeah. So I've got instructions with it. If that would help. It shows how to do it. What's it gone now? Would that help or? Here we go. Oh no, wrong thing. Document.
Alright, and I'm sorry, tell me again, what's the name of the plugin you're using? For the networking?
Oh, it's the login system. It's called uLogin System Pro. That right there. It's like an add-on to the game. So it's not made for anything else. It's just made for this game to integrate it.
Okay.
That's what it's called, uLogin Pro. But I have got instructions to do how to do it. If that would help. Because also I have autism.
Okay.
So I was trying, and now I try to do it. It just stresses me out.
I understand.
To the point where I just want to throw my computer out. So that's why I don't. I'm not trying to be lazy. It's just I don't want to get angry. And,
No, I
get to that situation.
I understand. I totally understand. So you log in. Is this? Oh yeah, Lovato. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be a tremendous help here, but works by sending and storing information necessary to players to external database via connection codes PHP in the most simple but surely possible in Unity with a... okay.
Unity. Yeah. I did have instructions for it. I don't know, it's gone.
Let's see. Written with my SQL needs update. So I'm assuming that you need to have your own server set up with your own SQL, and so it can the PHP can call the SQL. Is that I'm understanding it correctly, or? So
yeah, I've got it all. I've got it all, but I just don't know how to set it up.
Gotcha. I'd love to offer some help on this, but I mean, to be honest, I'm not familiar with this plugin at all, so I don't know.
Is there any way to use a different plugin? And like, so basically, is there any way to? Because I use, WordPress login. Have you heard of that before?
Well, I've heard of WordPress, but I'm not familiar with the WordPress login. No, that one's no. But the one I was mentioning before, I don't know if you're interested, but Kombu is the one that I've been using, and I've had fantastic luck with this.
How would you make it so? For example, what's gone? Got so much rubbish here.
Alright, have you looked at mine? Mine, I got crud all over the place, man. So
yeah, when this plays, when you play, I want it so I could use that. I know how to set that up, but is there any way to code it so it doesn't say guest? So when you log in, it like comes up with your username.
Okay. So do you want it to be like an actual username that the person chooses, or you want it to be a username that you give them?
No, when they're signed up, it basically says, okay, that's your name on game.
Gotcha. So yeah, so for mine, what I do is when I generate a new count, I tell it. I'll show you here. Kombu.
Okay.
In my case.
On one.
There. So what I do with using Kombu is that I tell Kombu to make an account, right? And it makes some arbitrary, weird username. And then what I do immediately is I rename it and I call it guest _, right?
Yeah.
And then I add the Kombu ID, right? And I just put that together, and that's how you saw like the game I was playing before. I don't know if I still have it up. I'll bring it up here in a second. So it says guest _1245, right?
Yeah.
So at least with Kombu, and probably in your case, what you're doing, you're probably going to be able to have some access to modifying the player name after the fact.
Yeah, so what I want it to do is like, when you sign up with a username, it uses that username in game as your there's your username in game.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if I put LukeX, when I sign up to LukeX1X, for example, that's my username, and it says okay, it doesn't bring this up, it brings up like LukeX1X, so, you know, brings up with LukeX1X, and then when I play the game, when people see my username tag,
Mm-hmm.
it's LukeX1X.
Okay, so the user is creating their own player name then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I don't want it to be guessed. I want it to be their username. Like basically integrate the login system with the game.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm not sure how that program works, but I guess it's just a matter of once the account is created and the person like tells you the name they want to be, then you just have to assign that, you know, update that player data with the player's chosen name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if I can help you in terms of the coding on that because I don't know that plugin, I'm afraid.
What's that do you use?
I'm using Kombu.
Combo, is
Yeah.
it free? Or do you have to pay for it?
It's a pay. It's $35.
Ah.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think they have a free one. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's $35.
And it's like a login system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a login system.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And let's see.
If I got that, would you be able to do it? Like what I wanted, so the username and stuff.
Yeah, you can create a new account, and I'm not doing that myself just because I don't want to go to the effort of people using, like, you know, swear words and stuff like that for the usernames, right? I'm trying to make it more, you know, widely available to old and young.
Yeah.
You know, in my case, what I do is, like I've shown before, if you come back here, if I go here.
I have a filter.
Yeah, well, in my case, what I do is, by default, you have, you have just the guest _ number, right? But if you log in through Google Play, right, then what I do then is I connect to your Google Play account and I get your username, right? Because if Google Play is okay with a name, then I'm fine with that name because Google Play is not going to allow that kind of stuff. So rather than me trying to filter out bad words, I let Google do it for me. So if you register Google Play with Kombu, you know, then you can and then you have to use the Google Play Play services, right? So I use that, and then I get their username from Google Play.
I mean, like, it's not a big issue. I mean, because I already have mod teams for it. So, like, they'll be sitting there, make sure everyone ban people if they've got inappropriate names, ban people if they're cheating. So I've got all that mod team ready. Basically, I've got the whole thing ready. It's just, I just need to connect it. If you get what I mean.
Gotcha. Yeah. And yeah, unfortunately, unless I start playing with that plugin, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, you know, offer you a ton of help, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would love to help, but I mean, that's, you know, squares are for squares. How's it going, Hawk? But yeah, see, now Hawk here. Hawk. Now that guy is a serious programmer. But yeah, so unfortunately, as I say, I'm you know, as I said a million times, I'm like 85% artist and 15% programmer. And the only reason I've been able to get the multiplayer stuff to work is because Kombu is so great that you just sort of drop it in place, you know, and you follow, you know, their guide, and I was able to get it to work. So with that one, you know, I hate to say I don't know anything about that plugin, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to offer any suggestions for you. Now, have you checked, specifically on the website, for them, and also on Unity and Unity forums to see if there's anyone else has been talking about it, maybe?
No, not really.
Okay,
But I have got like instructions how to do it. It shows you how to do it one by one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see on their website here, they do have a support forum for it, right? Here on the Unity Asset Store.
No, It's like
busted.
It's like in this. It's like shows you how to do it and shows you how to set it up.
Let's see, portfolio, asset store, shop, community. There he goes. So I'm gonna grab this. Alright, come back here. So I'm gonna post this for you. There you go. So back on Twitch, there is a link to the forum for Lovato. So since these guys are the ones that are actually doing it, you might be able to get a much more educated input on how to make that connect.
Yeah. Alright then. Thank you for your time, by the way. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'm sorry I don't have any answers for you, but I mean, it's just a totally different plugin that I've never seen before. So unfortunately, I'm kind of flat-footed, and I don't have any helpful info on that. So, but yeah, I wish you best of luck on it for sure, man.
Yeah, definitely. Alright then. I took enough of your time anyway. I don't want to overtake your stream.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just plugging away here anyways.
Then.
Alright, man. Good luck, and yeah, I mean, let me know how it goes. For sure.
I will. I'll keep you updated.
Okay. Cool, man.
Alright then.
Alright.
Have a nice day.
Thanks. You as well.
Night.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
There you go. Man, I would love to help, but I mean, I'm sure there's some of you programming gurus out there that are just like scratching your head, kind of going, dude, you just have to do this, that, and the other, right? But yeah, unfortunately, I know nothing about that plugin, so I would love to offer some assistance, but I'm just total neophyte on that piece of software. All right, so I'm gonna give this one more go and just see how he behaves. It looked like the last time he was doing it properly, where he at first he sent out 3 guys, which would be a much more realistic behavior than bringing everyone back when he should be sending out villagers. Although he's just wailing on my buildings again, you jerk. Alright. And I've not seen it go into that miss loop again, so I think that thing I did might fix that, which is good news. Boom. Yeah, look at that, he's bringing everybody back again. Then he changes his mind again. Boom. Look at that. Just destroyed you this time, buddy. Look at that. Now he's bringing 3 of them back to the launcher. Really? You're only sending out 1? That's kind of strange. Alright, and he's ignoring the power up. That's good. Oh man, I'm down to 1 building, aren't I? Uh-oh. Oh crap. No! Did you see how close that was? Like, it hit like right after him. So, there you go. That is a good AI. That was good. Does the AI utilize the speed power up? Not yet. Thank you. Crap, I knew there's something I forgot. Let's see. Use speed power up. Thank you, Hawk. I forgot about that. I needed to put that in the list. AI use speed power up. Yeah, I forgot about that. I knew there's something I forgot to add to the list. There, it is there now. Nice. All right. So that's on the list. So you know what? I think I may cut this short. I may just do a couple hours here. Today was definitely a rough one. So I'm a little burnt out after that work. So I may just call it quits here. And but hopefully tomorrow I'll be back on the usual schedule of the lunchtime 1 hour, and then oh, not tomorrow, sorry, Friday. Oh no, sorry, Friday is a Global Game Jam. So Friday I will definitely do a lunchtime just to say hello to you guys and just remind you guys that I'm doing the Global Game Jam all weekend. So but yeah, just play Uncharted already. So much to do, so little time. If I could just stop sleeping, I could get so much more done. Oh man. All right, well, Hawk, man, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I hate to say that you kind of caught me at the tail end here, but I think I'm gonna wind down for tonight. I'm just a little toasty, but yeah, I think I'm getting there. I have the first run at the how to deal with the power-ups, and so far that looks like it's okay. I need to apply that to the different levels, but I think we're good. All right, so having said that, I'm gonna say that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Love it as always. It's so great having you guys around. Friday, I will do a lunchtime broadcast. It'll be a very short one. It'll be just 1 hour, right? So it's just gonna be like you can see what I've done in the meantime. But I'll be packing up the computer, heading to UNLV, and starting off with that Global Game Jam. So I hope you guys can join me. I'm gonna try and broadcast on Twitch as much as I can that whole time. Except when I'm sleeping, maybe. But so I hope you'll join me then. If not, I will see you guys next week. All right. Until then, you guys take care. All right. Adios.